All right, y'all. What's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. Ariane Lipsky, Ariane Da Silva, whatever you want to call her, taking on Jasmine Jasudavicius. All right, y'all. So, yeah, man, there was two ways this fight was going to play out. I just really wasn't sure. I felt like it was a 50-50 fight. I said if it stays on the feet, Lipsky is going to have her way. If it goes to the ground, Jasmine's going to drown her. And that's how it played out. So I said, okay, if Lipsky, she can keep this fight moving, use her takedown defense, she's got it. But Lipsky, man, she's still lacking a couple of things, And now that I kind of go back and look at it, say, okay, her takedown defense worked against a certain level of fighters, but the bigger and stronger they are, she still has those problems. Like she's not using enough footwork, and she still doesn't really have that strength. Even when she gets taken down, she doesn't have that get up strength, and she just kind of accepts that position on her back. When she's on her back, she's just stuck. That's just how it is. She's just one of those fighters. So I don't think she really improved to that point like I thought she did. And when I look at the names she was fighting, I was kind of, blinded by that. I said, okay, she beat Aldridge. Aldridge is a striker. She beat a grappler like Melissa Gatto. Melissa Gatto hadn't really showed that level of wrestling yet. So those fighters like that, they just kind of accepted the stand-up game and then takedown defense right away from Lipsky. But if you're going in there with a big, strong wrestler like Jasmine, it kind of brought back flashbacks of Montana in there for Lipsky. And I think that's what kind of made her fold and just accept the bottom position and just kind of falter, That's the thing about Lipsky. When she gets taken down, I don't see that urgency to get back up. She's not scrambling. She's just almost in defensive mode. She doesn't even have that like instinct, that survival instinct like Marina Rodriguez. At least Marina Rodriguez, when she gets taken down, she's trying to survive. So if she loses this round, she can get back up. But Lipsky, man, she just like, she just kind of shields up and she just starts taking punishment. That's why she got submitted in the third round. First, she got the ground and pound. And then, she just kind of left her neck out there for the Darce choke. So, Jasmine was just kind of having her way with her whenever she found that timing and got the fight to the ground. I mean, going back, looking at the first round, Lipsky, she came out right away taking the lead, which is what I expected her to do. Jasmine, she looked to be a little respectful of Lipsky's hands early, but I think it was more so her trying to be patient now and just not be reckless. Like, I don't think she was scared of the power. Lipsky, she will kind of start throwing those heavy shots early. She doesn't really like establish a jab, and that's what she was doing. So I think Jasmine was just kind of being cautious of that. She didn't want to get caught. She didn't want to be stupid. So she just kind of took her time. But Lipsky, to me, was throwing a nice right hand to the body. The only thing she was lacking was that jab, because if she kept the jab in Jasmine's face, I felt like, her power would have gotten Jasmine's respect more. But those were some nice right hands to the body, but she just wasn't throwing nice straight jabs and, using lateral movement. She was staying in the pocket a little bit longer and cracking Jasmine. But Jasmine was taking the shots better than I thought. Now I'm not saying that's good on Jasmine. Jasmine need to step up her defense, but for the most part, Jasmine, she took the shots well. But going into like the last minute of the round, Jasmine started to take the power a little bit better, so she started closing in and striking herself. So Lipsky's landing more shots in this round, but then she makes that mistake of throwing a high kick, gets taken down, and from there, in that first round, I think it was like the last 20, 30 seconds, Jasmine starts to, get that momentum, landing ground and pound. And that's where Jasmine started, that to me, that's where Jasmine started kind of getting that respect from Lipsky. And she started getting into her rhythm. Because in the second round, Jasmine knew she could take the power and it didn't take much from here. So Lipsky, of course, she's still trying to throw these combinations, but she's slowing down now, because she's not really throwing like I said, like flicking a jab out or throwing like a steady variety of punches. She's still trying to throw these hard shots. So, Jasmine, she knew by the body language at this point. So she said, I'm going back in, so again, easy work this time. She just drops a level, gets a single leg and takes Lipsky down with ease, and starts drowning her. And Jasmine, man, right away, just mauling this round, just mauling Lipsky, making it look like Lipsky are old again. So, like I said, I still think this is the same Lipsky. Lipsky just kind of masked it with the takedown defense against lesser fighters, with wrestling experience. But in this fight here, she looked like she used to, she looked like she did in the past, So having not been in there with a wrestler like this in a while, it was just to the point where she just kind of accepted it again and kind of brought back memories. So when you looked at Jasmine getting that work in, I was like, it's just a matter of time. And in that second round, Jasmine almost stopped her. Jasmine almost stopped her with some elbows because she just straight dominated her. I thought it could have been a 10-8 round. But the last round, man, Jasmine, she took that momentum from Lipsky at this point. She, like I said, the rhythm was going her way. Lipsky was just trying to chase Jasmine down, which was a big mistake. I know she was trying to get that knockout, or, she looked like she was trying to close distance and maybe land something big and get the finish. But that wasn't wise on Lipsky, because at this point, that's what Jasmine wanted. Lipsky was coming forward, trying to stalk, but she wasn't even jabbing. Like I said, there was no shots behind it. So she's coming forward, trying to land these shots. Boom, she gets taken down again, just like that, because that's what Jasmine wanted. So when she got taken down, I mean, Jasmine got to work. And that's the thing about Jasmine. She's slow on the feet. The strikes are slow on the feet. But once she takes you down and she's on top, she turns into a faster fighter. And she's landing shots body and head on Lipsky. So Lipsky just takes it at this point. She looks lost. Like every time she's on her back, I can't even see her. You can't even see her on the bottom anymore. She's either getting blanketed or just mauled or beaten up. So from here, Jasmine saw no submission threat coming back. So she saw that neck, went from like a ninja choke, but then she switched it up to that Darce choke, locked it in with ease, and just ended it. So yeah, man, good win for Jasmine. Like I said, this is the second or third time she's proved me wrong when I picked against her. But that's what it is, man. I think Jasmine just had that grit, to get through, a girl like Lipsky who might have power, but once you crack that power and you get it on the inside of her, she's just not as dangerous. She's just not as dangerous. And, Lipsky, to me, she just hasn't changed much on the ground. Her takedown defense is improved against lesser fighters, but Jasmine being big and strong, you take it on a fighter with more lack of footwork like Ariane Lipsky, she'll take you down. She'll take you down. And like I said, Lipsky just lacked that jab and movement. So it's just a matter of time. Jasmine, though, man, I got to say she's a tough girl. And as she builds her skill, I'll say she's a threat. But right now, I don't think she's like a threat to the top 5. I do think she'll make top 10 with this type of style. I think if she gets matched up against the right people, she is tough enough to break into the top 10 at this point. But as the girls with skill, as she gets higher and higher against the girls with skill, they'll still win. They still will win. So I think it's important for Jasmine to slow down, stop taking a lot of shots, work on her own defense and her own striking technique. And if she does that, man, like if her striking technique gets better, at least to the level of somebody like Aaron, I think Jasmine could be dangerous. I think she really could be a dangerous fighter like that. Like I said, not sure if she'll ever fight for the belt, but in the meantime, I do think she'll get top 10. So from here, man, I'd like to see Jasmine matched up with somebody like Katlyn Chookagian. I think Katlyn Chookagian would be a good test for, let's see if she can get up to like 6 or 7 at this point, and then maybe, like a Macy Barber fight from there. As for Ariane Lipsky, I mean, she's 6-7, and she's having trouble with these type of fighters. That's 2 losses in a row to Karine Silva, who didn't do it as well as Jasmine, but that's still a loss. But from here, man, I think I got to take her out of my threat list. I got to take Lipsky out of my threat list, because if the girls are this big and strong, taking her down with this lack of technique, I think girls like Aaron would definitely beat her. Aaron would beat her. Manon would beat her. All those girls would still beat Lipsky. So I don't really think she's going to be a threat to like Grasso or anybody like Valentina. So got to take Lipsky out of my threat list, unfortunately, y'all. Will I take Macy out? I don't know. That's another video. But as of right now, my real threats to the title are Natalia. She's Natalia Silva. She's definitely like number 1. And then in a close second would be Karine Silva, but leaning more towards Natalia. But yeah, I got to take Lipsky out of there, y'all. Don't know if she's going to get cut from here either, at 6-7, because the UFC, they've been cleaning house. So if she doesn't, she's going to be on the chopping block if she racks up another loss. But what do y'all think, guys, from here? What do y'all think is next for Jasmine? What do you think Jasmine's ceiling is? Will Lipsky get cut from here? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.